EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joe Bitonio. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You look at this Baltimore defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Lamar changing the play.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
The Ravens at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
That's complete left side to Bateman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. He stiff-arms him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to the end zone real fast.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Lamar changing the look. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the...
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year, and the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here is 3rd and 5. Now Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's 2nd and 10. Henry running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
While the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw, Watson.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Flowers going to go in motion right.
Jackson on 1st down.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Browns 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Jackson now.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
2nd and 7.
At the Browns 32-yard line.
Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. Flowers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
A first down carry for Henry. Oh, look at the juke. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
2nd down and a yard.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And they'll go with a ground attack here.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Here's a diving catch right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Well, we're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
To throw is Watson.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Henry again on 2nd down.
He finds some open field here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. A gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space. Taken down right at the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now it's Watson rolling to his right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Watson looks to throw again. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And now Watson throws another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And fights through one man. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. On the counter, it's Henry. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, they continue to put themselves in position